Let me ask you about your tax plan. Conservative tax group did the numbers, looked at even the economic benefits from growth and said it would cost $10 trillion. But that's not all. You said you want to protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. You want to expand health care for all, make the Veterans Administration better. How are you going to pay for all that?
Because we're going to expand the economy incredibly, and I'm taking our jobs back from China, from Japan, from Mexico, from all of these countries that have just ripped us like never before. You know, if you go downstairs right under this floor, you have the biggest bank in the world. It's a China bank. I know all about China. I know more about China than probably most people, okay? I deal with them a lot, between buying apartments for $25 to $50 million and tenants. Let me just tell you, China has, and I respect China, and I respect their leaders. Our leaders just aren't smart enough to handle them. China has created one of the great thefts in the history of the world with what they've done to our country. We're going to bring jobs back to this country. We're going to become a successful country again.
But you're going to have to cut something. So what are you going to cut?
We're going to cut. Well,
what are you going to cut?
First of all, you have tremendous fraud and abuse with Medicare, Medicaid. I mean, you have
but you're not going to
No, but you have tremendous numbers, and we're going to expand the economy, and we're going to be a very strong country again. You're going to be able to do it. You know what what's been done to us economically, John?
That's your case, but the thing is, when you look at your numbers, and I talk to people who have looked at the numbers, they just don't believe them at all.
Well, they don't believe that we're going to be able to expand to the extent that we're expanding, and I'm telling you we will be. When we bring our jobs back to this country, when we start charging China, now just so you understand, when you make a deal with China, if I'm a manufacturer, if I want to sell something in China, number one, it's impossible to get it over there, but if you do, you're going to pay a massive tax. We don't treat them properly. We have to do the same thing to them. When you start charging tariffs, which they do, and I don't want to do that. I'm a big free trader. I believe in free trade. But we don't have free trade. We have stupid trade. When you start doing and bringing these countries, and I bring Carl Icahn and all of my friends that are the greatest negotiators in the world, and I bring them in, and you start equalizing. You know how much we lose with China each year in trade balances? Imbalance. You know what we lost last year? Almost $400 billion. Okay? When you start hearing those numbers, all of a sudden you say, wow, you know what? This starts to work. We lose $400 billion trade imbalance, U.S. trade imbalance with China, almost $400 billion a year. That's been going on for years. Japan, almost $75 billion. Mexico, $45 billion lost.